Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's very interesting, by someone's actions you can figure out how far that person thinks or how far that person thinks you think. So let's say if I'm making a business transaction with you, and let's say I want to sell you these glasses, and I say, okay, this guy is an idiot. Hey, these glasses are $100,000. What does my offer tell you? $100,000? I don't think so. So I think that you're an idiot. Or I am so in my stupidity that I really think this is $100,000. So it's either or. Either I'm an idiot or you're an idiot. Or with both idiots, In this case we have United States and Saudi Arabia. I think that United States thought that Saudi Arabia is an idiot. And therefore they did everything thinking that they will just, pat Saudi Arabia over the head. It's okay, little boy. Here, again, let me give you some sugar. Yeah, there you go. Now go over there and play with the other cattle. I think that's the way they thought that Saudi Arabia could be dealt with. Unfortunately for the United States weasel leadership, it didn't work that way. And let's see what's going on. This article comes from the Business Insider. It's from October 26th, 2022. This is the title. White House officials thought they'd struck a secret oil deal with Saudi Arabia only for Biden to be humiliated when the kingdom abandoned it. So White House thought that they have a little deal, they brought some little colored marbles, some little colored glass, gave it in a mirror to, what I'm talking about. It gave the Saudis, and the Saudis says, woo, yeah, we friends again. Well, it didn't work this way. Saudi says, yeah, you come here, yeah, okay. You bump fist with me in front of everybody, so everybody sees that I got you here. You came here to kiss my, all right? And then we're gonna discuss a little bit here and there. You, by visiting me, you also give me credibility and, recognition that I'm back in business as a personality around the world. Leave Khashoggi alone, so we're good. You would not meet a criminal, would you, Biden? No. So that's why he gained legitimacy at that point. Came over there, humiliation, right? They left over there like, hey buddy, see you. Never. And then when they got back to their little offices, they went to business. In the meantime said, all right, go back to where we were, which is we're going to pay back. This is payback time. In what? Well, let's cut some oil for those guys over there for whatever they talked and they thought they have this, but they don't have it anymore. Their options outside of United States. And the Americans thought, we got home. Right, man, did you see we gave them that mirror and those little colored glass things and worth of what, $23, and we bought Manhattan. That's great, man. It worked all the time. Look at these guys, man. And then, hey, call them to increase the oil production. Go and, hey, Prince Salman, Biden said that you're gonna, as we spoke, remember, you're gonna increase the production. I don't know how you say no in Arabic, but he said no. Click. By the way, don't call me again. click, change the phone number. I guess. All right, let's see. White House officials believe they'd struck a secret oil deal with Saudi Arabia per New York Times. But Saudi leader Mohammed bin Salman, who's not an idiot, then backtracked on it, taking them by surprise. You didn't expect that to be, you thought they were going to get your little presents. The Saudi decision to cut oil output before the mainstream angered midterms. What the? Because I want to say something and then I'm... so the Saudi decision to cut oil output before the midterms angered the White House per New York Times. Well, you assume that they did it to hurt you. Very possible, but also very unimpossible or impossible. You know what I mean? It's not. That's because that's all you think about. That's why you go over there. In a democracy, hey, look at me, I have, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You can say, well, Emil, they try to work for the good of the people. Really? Well, isn't that why they went over there for the midterms? So there's like a mass democracy. I'm going to show you how good I am for about 2 months. After 2 months, you vote for me back into my little office for about 5, 6, 4 years or 2 years. Depends how long your term is. In those 2 years, I do whatever I want, whenever I want, and then when the elections come again, I show up again in my district, have a little dance, show you my beautiful face, show you whatever else you want to see, and you're going to vote for me, and then bye-bye, I fooled you again. So that's how it works in a democracy. And because everybody is voting, not everybody, you know what I mean, mass democracy, then people who figure things out say, no man, we can't vote for this weasel. This is the same as the other weasel, the other. But you have other people who say, isn't he great or isn't she great? Nullified your vote. Man, smack, what am I going to do? All right, so aides to President Joe Biden were angered, enraged when Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman abandoned a secret deal they believed they struck. Wait a second. How was the deal? Like that's how the deal was sealed? Or it was like here, let me read, or everybody read, okay, and I sign, you sign, all right, take it, and pictures, and all that. Is that how a deal should work? So what do you mean they thought they struck it? They did or they didn't? Or it was the see you in the bathroom, okay? Or what? Believed they struck to boost oil production, the New York Times reported. Citing U.S. and Middle Eastern officials, the newspaper said Biden aides believe HIVs believe they'd reached an agreement with the Saudis to increase oil production until December. This wouldn't have enabled the Biden White House to claim that the presidential controversial visit to the kingdom in July had resulted in a significant benefit and would have boosted Democrats ahead of the midterms, where they are facing criticism from Republicans over high gas prices. I think from Americans, not from the Republicans, because not only the Republicans buying gas, everybody else, the Democrats and the losers and the winners buy gas. What are you talking about? And Biden had criticized the Saudis on the campaign trail over their human rights record. That's our mantra, like you're clean as a crystal. But as the war in Ukraine increased oil prices, he made the trip to Jeddah over the heads of senior members of his own party and was pictured bumping fists with bin Salman. But instead of handing Biden a much-needed political win, the Crown Prince abandoned the deal. Saudi Arabia also, maybe you thought you had a deal, maybe they didn't even provide any indication that they will have a deal. But anyway, they abandoned, say you. Saudi Arabia also enraged Democratic lawmakers and White House officials earlier this month by announcing plans to cut production along with Russia and other OPEC nations, pushing oil prices up. So, the problem is they think that Saudi Arabia is the center of the universe. It is to a certain extent, but you have other countries that are oil producers. So yeah, you look at these guys and you think you brought your little colored glass and mirror and they got it, but they didn't, because they're not like that. And they learned your ways of doing business. And what happened next? They returned to their ways, which is threats, blackmail, and then we're going to have a little regime change. I think we have a third option right now. And the fourth is clear military intervention to help democracy, spread freedom, all this, you know what I mean? So that's what it is here. Now we're in the same threats. Oh, we're going to cut this. We're not going to give you weapons for 1 year, the Democrats in the House said. And the other guy said, well, we have options. We have other guys who have weapons as good as yours, or if they're not, we're going to buy them from them. And they go, we can do this. Yeah, we can do that. Because the Saudi Arabia has a lot of money invested in your little country. And if they sell their investments, you and them are screwed. So what are they going to do? So they can harm you real bad. And anyway, they struck a secret deal. They thought they struck a deal. Well, as I said, you did or you didn't. And yes, they really humiliated you. You deserve that. You deserve it. Your actions. And because you don't have this much anymore, you have it, but not as you, or you have it, but others have it too. They have options now. And maybe they'll just let you over there and out in the cold. And it's not going to be good for me. I tell you that. But from a, I don't know, international relations perspective, what did you expect? They have their interest, you have your interest, didn't coincide, and see what you're going to do. Are you going to bomb them? Call them now that all of a sudden they want to get bin Salman indicted somewhere in a New York court. I think it was New York or Washington, D.C. court for Khashoggi. Really? Okay. If you start doing that, then get Bill Clinton while you're at it, and get Tony Blair while he's still alive, with Clinton holding hands, and get the other guy, George W. Bush, who graduated from Yale and Harvard, the dyslexic, whatever he is. I think he's not dyslexic. He's got other stuff. I just didn't give a fuck. I mean, why would you, right? If your parents are multimillionaires and are where they are, you think of other stuff. And he did. And you can tell. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, but he got to be the president in a democratic, with democracy. Yeah. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.